2023 was the warmest calendar year on record since modern record-keeping began. Ean Wallace has more in this week's Keeping It Green.
Rediscover Flow at discoverflow.co. Flow, inspired by you.
Well, the sunshine is out once again, and the global surface temperature report confirms what billions of us have been feeling during the year 2023. Global surface temperatures are now the highest since temperature records began in 1850. The months of July and August were the warmest 2 months on record, with 2 days in November for the first time recording 2 degrees Celsius warmer than pre-industrial levels. Also, for the first time, every day in 2023 was 1 degree warmer than average, and nearly half of those were 1.5 degrees warmer than usual. The global average temperature was 14.98 degrees Celsius. That's 0.17 degrees Celsius higher than the previous hottest year in 2016. As global temperatures rose 1.48 degrees Celsius warmer than the pre-industrial levels, that means we are set to surpass that preferred 1.5 degrees Celsius limit set at the Paris Climate Accords. Despite cooling factors from small suspended particles such as dust, sea spray, smoke, pollution, and volcanic eruptions, scientists broadly agree about the ongoing long-term warming in recent decades. These independent scientists analyze the same temperature data records but use different methods. Climate forecaster Francesca Guglielmo with the Europe-based Copernicus Climate Change Service says the climate phenomena El Niño also elevated temperatures.
We do see clearly the transition from La Niña to El Niño in spring in the tropical Pacific, but also a signal which is high in most oceans, in particular in the North Atlantic. I want to stress that the region that contributed the most to the increase in air temperature observed from May to August 2023 was the tropical ocean, here in dark green, which also played a predominant role alongside the northern extratropical land, in dark red, in determining the large anomalies observed between September through December, in particular in the North Atlantic. Marine heat waves occurred around the globe, including in the Mediterranean, North Pacific, and much of the North Atlantic. The warm tropical Atlantic also contributed to the above-normal hurricane season last year.
During the record heat of 2023, local meteorologist Gary Benjamin says the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service issues its heat warnings based on strict temperature thresholds.
Hot spell is usually 5 days or more, 5 consecutive days or more of the temperature reaching 34 degrees Celsius and greater in Trinidad, and 33 or in Tobago, 33 degrees Celsius. Or if we suspect it, then we could send out the expectation of a hot spell.
Sometimes people confuse the terms hot spells and heat waves, and Mr. Benjamin explains the difference.
At least that is the WMO definition of a heat wave, is that it has to be 5 degrees or more of the average. So it's a little different in the temperature aspects of it, and it is a little different in the mechanisms of how it would form. That is not to say if certain mechanisms are put into place, we cannot eventually get into heat waves in our part of the world.
The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service is already observing the number of hot days increasing as climate change affects us. On yet another warm day across Trinidad and Tobago, I am Ean Wallace, keeping it green for TDT News.
Is bringing Carnival and cash home with a total of $300,000 in cash back when you pay on time, sign up, or upgrade to an everything plan. Plus, we're live streaming fets, so you could wind down in your bed, hosting Blue Friday lines at your favorite hangouts. So every Friday you could play a mass and win free fet tickets plus Carnival costumes. Flow bringing Carnival home so you could like yourself. Visit in-store or discoverflow.co for more details. Flow, inspired by you.